Yo, what is up, haters? It's Henker here from Functional Bodyworks. Get fit, get functional. Right, so today we're going to talk about the warrior race that I participated in yesterday. I'm going to go through everything that you need to know in order to prepare for the race, everything that you may encounter during the race, and what you should definitely do after the race. Right, so what I go through, guys, is I want to just let you guys know that this was not for sissies. I want to actually come out with something and say that I didn't complete it. I DNF'd, right? I did not finish. So if you are not fit at all, I'd highly recommend you do not start with Black Ops, right? Start with Rookie, and then you can just walk through the course and finish it when you want to at your own time. Right, start with that and then build yourself up from there. If you've never done an obstacle course race before, highly recommend you start with the rookie one first, the easiest one. Make sure you know the ropes, you kind of know what you're getting yourself into. Right, the mistake that I made, number one mistake that I made was I underestimated how tough this challenge was going to be. I did participate in the rookie one, and then I went straight to the Black Ops one like six or 8 months after that. And it was not enough time to prepare me mentally and definitely physically for the challenge ahead. Actually, mentally, I was pretty prepared. So I want to go through, I've got a book over here of my warrior strategies. I want to go through all of the stuff that I wrote down that actually did help me. And then I'll go through what I should have actually included in there that I didn't. Right, so if we have a look over here, my warrior race strategies, check it out. You can see everything I wrote there. That's all for one race. You know, that's how serious I am about this, and that's how prepared I thought I was. But I didn't even touch the surface of preparedness in that way. Right, so let's start with before the race. I said over here I need to eat a banana before the race, which I did. And it didn't seem to help, but I'll get to that right now. Then I ate clean for a whole month before. Completely clean, guys. That means no artificial flavorings and anything like that. You ate completely clean, just drank water, that sort of thing. Right? My sleep pattern, I changed it from 6 a.m. I would wake up, and then 10 p.m. I would go to bed. For a whole month I would do that to make sure, because the race was quite early. Then the next thing I did was I increased my carbs a week before the race. So I made sure that I had that glycogen storage in my muscles so that I could have that endurance, right? Which helped. Then I just said that I wanted to take a leave day before so that I could rest before my race, which worked out in the end, and one day for the race. Make sure that if you're going to go for the Black Ops, or if you're really unfit, maybe take a day after your race as well. Take a day off. Right, then the next one I said was I'm going to do light training 1 week before, just to avoid any fatigue, and I'm going to drink chocolate milk and creatine every day to ensure that the recovery process is nice and quick. Then what I did next was I said that I should also get pre-workout and creatine before the race, and a banana. So the banana is supposed to help for cramps, which didn't end up helping. So the pre-workout and the creatine, I take the creatine with glucose, so that would also help with cramps. So then I'm also said increase water and electrolyte intakes, but I crossed out the electrolytes because it just needed more water 2 days before and more carbs 2 days before. So I increased my carbs again 2 days before the race. And then during the race, I just said here that I should run hard and then rest by the obstacles. Right. So if we go through that, we'll just say that the run is very important, right? And you cannot rest by the obstacles. That's why. So when you're resting by the obstacles, I went through the obstacles like this. So I was back in the run. Basically, I had no time to rest. So make sure you're running fit. Right, so I also said here that I should get a dry towel on standby, glucose pills on standby, and water for my eyes. After you go through like this mud pit, you need some water just to rinse your eyes off. But the race that I was doing, there was no assistance allowed. let me warn you guys here. If you're going for the elite category, you're not allowed any assistance. You're by your ace. No one's allowed to help you. You must do every obstacle. You are not allowed any assistance from outside or inside of the race. Let me just tell you that now, because I was in the beginning of the start line, and then they started telling me these rules, and I'm like, oh fuck, well now what? Because I planned, my girlfriend was going to give me water, some glucose in the middle of the race, so that I can, just keep going. Not allowed. If you take it seriously, you're not allowed any of that stuff. So plan ahead with that. Right? So that was a whole bust. Use obstacles to rest legs. Again, doesn't matter. Right? After the race, I made sure that I got a banana and an energy drink. I didn't finish the race, so I was actually in the medical center. There was about 3 obstacles left, and my cramps were so bad that I had to leave the race, unfortunately. I was very disappointed, but everybody supported me. They said, hey man, listen, you did really well. Just pick yourself up and just train for the next one, which is what I'm doing. And towel and dry clothes. Make sure you bring a towel and dry clothes so that after the race you can, once you rinse all that mud and dust off, that you can dry yourself off and put on some nice dry clothes. Especially if you did it in the winter like I did, it's going to help to keep you nice and warm. Clean out your ears immediately after going through the mud pit, because that mud gets really deep inside of your ears, especially after you jump into like this. You jump from quite a height into water, and then the water just rushes into your ears. Make sure you clean your ears out immediately after that, or else you're gonna have a lot of pain in your ears, right? And then I just said, I'm gonna have a cheat day after my race, because I was eating clean for a whole month, right? So that's just a shock to my system afterwards, a bit of a reward to say, like, well done. Then we go on to training, right? So I wanted to increase by 1 kilometer every 2 weeks, right? I would recommend you do that once every 1 week. You increase a kilometer, right? On a treadmill or outside or whatever. I recommend going outside rather. It's a lot harder. It's a lot more. It's simulating the environment a lot more that you're going to be in. I recommend doing that rather. Run outside. Increase it every week, not every 2 weeks, right? Foam roll every day. Invest in a foam roller. Foam roll all your muscles every day until you race. Before the race as well, and after your race. Make sure you foam roll. It really helps to balance out your muscles. You can recover a lot quicker, train a lot harder the next day, and get closer to your goal for your fitness, right? And then I say go hard. Yeah, that's very important. When you're training, you go hard, because in the race, you're going to have to go hard. You cannot slack off. There is no resting, guys. This is the race that I did. Black Ops Elite is basically like the military. That's how I felt. I felt like I was in the military. And some of the fit guys may have not felt like that, but that's how I felt. That's how tough the obstacles are. That's how tough the run is. The run is very important. Make sure you're running fit. I would say that would be #1 priority. But also you need to incorporate obstacle course training as well, or else you're going to suffer. You need to work on your grip strength, especially. Grip strength. I cannot emphasize that enough. Grip strength, grip strength, grip strength. Every second day, I would say, do grip strength, at least at the end of your workout. Right. Then, what must you wear? So, I wore a white t-shirt that was nice and tight on me, but it had like, you buy them at these sports shops. They have like these little holes in the armpits. Keeps you nice and cool, right? Wear something that's nice and tight like that, or a vest, or some people even wear shirtless, right? I wouldn't recommend shirtless, because then you can get a lot of cuts and that could distract you, and yeah. So wear nice and tight shirts so that you don't get caught by like trees and shit, right? Next one, get some tights, right? Wear some tights for your pants. Sorry guys, I know the guys are going to think it's a bit gay, but who cares? If you want to win, tights is going to stick to you. It's going to keep you more aerodynamic. Also, what I did was as well, which really was weird, was to shave my legs. Shave your legs. It's going to make you a lot more aerodynamic. It's going to make you feel lighter. You're going to feel a lot lighter on your feet. Then the next thing I would say, I said ninja shoes. Yeah, right. So the type of shoes that I wore was the incorrect choice. Make sure you get trail running shoes. Make sure they're light. Make sure they're breathable. because you'll need to get the mud to come out and the water to come out of the sides of the shoes. Make sure that they don't absorb mud. Make sure they are proper though, because I've got huge ass blisters this size on my heels right now, and I can't walk properly. So make sure you get proper shoes. I also didn't wear socks. Make sure you wear socks as well. Make sure that it's proper. Right. Fingerless gloves. That's really, I emphasize fingerless gloves. That's very important. That really helped me. I noticed a huge difference when I wore fingerless gloves. Right? Going on the obstacle, on the monkey bars, that sort of thing, it really helped with grip. It really helped so that my hands weren't so fucked up. See, I don't have that much calluses or anything. So that's a huge distraction if you've got calluses and your hands are hurting, that sort of thing. And then I'm just going to go through the wear thing, and then we'll do a part 2. Alright? So this is part 1 of the warrior race, how to prepare for it, what I've experienced. Then duct tape your shoes onto your ankles, right? I didn't really see a benefit to that because I didn't even get to the mud pit. But I would recommend duct taping your shoes to your ankles. Or what other people did as well was they threw their shoes alongside on the side, and then after they went and then just put on their shoes quickly and then they carried on. You can do that as well, right? Because the mud sucks off your shoes basically. It was like really strong. Also sunscreen, right? Make sure you're wearing enough sunscreen, especially if you're going to be doing it over an hour, over 2 hours of the race. You need to make sure that you protect your skin. You will burn badly. Right, guys, that's part 1 of how to prepare for the warrior race. So a couple more things to go through with you guys. What obstacles were in there. I'm going to write a list right now of what obstacles was in there, and then I'll upload that video the next Monday. Right, check you guys later.